Imagine this. It's close to midnight in the woods, and you're out with your friends spotlighting for deer. You keep the speed low, keeping an eye out for movement. Despite the weirdness associated with this place, the area you're driving past has been used as a wildlife hunting and fishing preserve for years. Y'all sure this is legal? A voice in the back seat pipes up nervously. It's bow season, Ben, and we're just looking, mutters your friend in the passenger seat distractedly. He carefully sweeps the spotlight over the trees, slowly. As long as you're not planning on shooting from the car, which we're not, then we're fine. Now shush, I'm trying to focus. You smirk to yourself at the brusque answer. All three of you have been hunting together since you were teenagers, but of the trio, your friend doing the spotlighting has always been the most passionate about the sport. You keep driving at the steady pace you've been going at for the past 45 minutes or so, but so far the three of you haven't spotted anything. Your eyes are starting to grow heavy. It's late after all, and the constant view of the trees is growing monotonous. You're just about to ask your friends if they're ready to bag it for tonight when you're suddenly distracted by a large dark figure standing hunched just beyond the stretch of your headlights. For a minute, you think it's a person, a hitchhiker maybe, but the figure looks off somehow. For one, it's huge. If that's a person, they have to be at least 7 feet tall, and they'd have to be a bodybuilder or something. Their outline is absolutely hulking. Inadvertently, you slow the car, a prickle of unease shivering up your spine. Daryl, you say sharply to your friend in the passenger seat. He's still gazing into the tree line, completely focused. He doesn't seem to have noticed the car slowing down or the figure up ahead. Put the window up, now. What? He asks, surprised. Why? He cuts the question off when he spies the look on your face and rolls the window closed without another word. What's that? Your backseat passenger pipes up, voice slurred. You get the distinct impression he'd fallen asleep. What's going on? Guys, look up ahead, you say sharply. You see it? Off to the left. Daryl stares through the windshield, squinting. You feel a hand reach up and grab the shoulder rest of your seat. Ben pulling himself forward to see what the fuss is. You're almost on the creature, your headlight beams just reaching what you assume are its feet. There's a moment of silence and then, what the hell is that? You don't get a chance to respond. At that moment, the creature shifts, turns and looks directly at the oncoming headlights, and two large, bright red eyes appear to be looking directly right back at you. The next moment, two appendages stretch from behind the creature. Wings? The inside of the car erupts. Oh my God! Get out of here! Go, go! You're driving right at it! Turn around! No time, you shout over the din, and press your foot down hard on the accelerator. The old car lurches forward, and before you have time to think about it, you shoot past the creature. Your friend shouts in your ears. You keep the speed up, heart racing, but the fun isn't over. Ben suddenly shrieks from the back seat. It's following us! Go, go, go! You spare a glance at the rearview mirror and realize Ben's not joking. A shadow is following behind you, gliding effortlessly along the pavement. Wildly, you think to yourself, this is what we get for looking for deer in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I'm Christiana.
I'm Bree.
Settle in and enjoy your stay in Point Pleasant.
Because you're about to hear something strange.
Welcome to episode 27, Mothman.
Yay!
What do you know about Mothman?
He is a moth and a man.
He sure is.
To quote Allie, he has glutes for days.
He got glutes for days.
That's a throwback. I don't even know if that made it in.
I don't remember.
I don't know. As of the recording, we batch out. The Appalachian folklore just came out while we're recording.
Right.
And when I was quizzing Christiana and our friend Allie, I can't remember if it made it in the episode or if I cut it. Of like, what do you know about? It's like the statue with the
crazy gluteals.
Yeah, and the glutes for days. It was sightings in the 1960s. Is that when the bridge collapsed?
I oh shoot, it's been a minute.
70s,
60s or 70s? I want to say 60s.
They saw this critter, this weird looking critter out by the TNT area. Started off by chasing some, like, you know, young lovers on Lover's Lane doing, you know, studying or something like that. There's a whole thing about it being a harbinger of bad things, and yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna learn it. There's like Men in Black ties, and there's ties to UFO stuff.
Now, granted, when I did my research into this, I saw ties to like UFOs. I saw the ties to like the Men in Black, whatnot. But I also stayed away from some of it just to keep myself out of the weeds. I'll go into one of the sources that I almost used for this episode, and then I decided not to. But I'll go into that a little bit here.
Two quick things. I remember there being this anecdote. I think it was the Mothman, but it could have been another Men in Black thing about something about a pen being very, very interesting to them. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to blend in. Do you know those reels I've sent you of like my boyfriend was
It's an alien.
replaced by an alien? That's what it's like. Yes, a pen. Look at this pen. Isn't it a beautiful pen?
Yes. So Mothman is a hybrid avian human cryptid seen around the area of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. He looks like a tall humanoid figure with large wings who is black all over and has large red eyes. One of my references stated he has some unpredictable behavior, seeming curious about people, and some witnesses note a feeling of dread or foreboding on witnessing this creature.
What does that mean, unpredictable? Is it like when you go to pet a cat and they're like, yes, I love you, and then they're like, shh?
Kind of, yeah. Some of what I've read was like he's, like I said, he's just very curious about people versus like actually wanting to harm them or do bad things. I don't know.
Is he a fairy? Is it the fae? Are we less than 15 minutes in this episode and we decided it's a fairy?
The first sighting of Mothman was in 1966, so he's a relatively baby cryptid. Mothman was heavily written about and analyzed by a book called The Mothman Prophecies, written in 1975 by John Keel. And this is the reference material that I was going to use, and then I decided not to. In the book, Keel stated there were paranormal events related to the sightings and a connection to the collapse of the Silver Bridge. This book also did a lot to make Mothman a more popular figure, and in 2020, the book was adapted into a movie.
Have you ever seen... Never mind.
We automatically know the answer to that. We automatically, although I kind of want to watch it now. So two things here. One, I was tempted to use, this is the book I said I was tempted to use, the Mothman Prophecies in my research, but I ended up deciding against it because while I love to read, I'm a very slow reader. At least I am anymore. And I looked at the Audible version thinking I could like find it on there. It was on there. It was 9 hours long. I was
That's actually not too bad, though.
It's not hateful, but for the research that I wanted to do for this episode, I was kind of like, let's take that away.
Could you imagine, though, like your upcoming trip that would have happened by the time this comes out, and you're like, hey guys, guess what we're gonna listen to the whole trip?
To the watch through of I kind of already said this. Watch through of the movie are a Strange Cinema special event.
That'd be fun. We should do that.
Yes. Fun fact, there is an annual festival in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, dedicated to Mothman.
It just happened, right? I saw posts about it, but I don't know when that was.
I don't know when it was this year. I know what it is for next year because I looked it up, but I think it may have already happened.
We should go.
I agree. I 100% agree. So the first sighting, as I stated, the first Mothman sighting was 1966 in November. The newspaper report covering this first sighting was in the newspaper Point Pleasant Register on November 16th, 1966, and was titled, Couples See Moth-Sized Bird Creature Something.
So descriptive. Is it a bird? Is it a moth? Is it a Mothman?
It could be. I just thought that title was hysterical. I was like, that's amazing.
That's a Fall Out Boy title.
You're right. So I was able to find an article about the 55th anniversary of the first Mothman sighting on Yahoo News that contained the article that I found contained the original article, which I've referenced for some of the following research. So the sighting started out, couples Steve and Mary Mallet, how did you say that?
Mallet?
Mallet?
Mallet? I don't know. It looks French, and we've already established I don't do French.
Yes. I was saying Millette in my brain when I was researching, so I'm going to go with that.
It's like Merlot, but not.
Correct. And another couple, Roger and Linda Scarberry, were driving at night when they saw the creatures standing on the side of the road. Per the 1966 article, the two men described the creature as 6 to 7 feet tall, large wings with a wingspan of around 10 feet, and large, bright red, glowing eyes. And I wanted to include the direct quote about the eyes because I found it kind of hilarious how specific it was. They said, red eyes about 2 inches in diameter and 6 inches apart. It was very, very specific.
I love when there are like UFO sightings or something and they're like, it was exactly this many feet away. And I'm like, how did you like, hold on a second, space friends. Let me get some kind of measuring tool out. Like, excuse me, Mothman, I need you to stand really, really still. It's only going to take me a second.
Measuring tape between the eyes.
I may have had a caffeinated beverage, like finished it 30 minutes ago. So
Was that your pumpkin espresso?
No, that was this morning. This was my.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I had an espresso this morning, and then I had one of the cans of the Columbia.
Oh, okay.
I like those, and I drank that on the way back.
Nice.
I am
set to go.
Yes.
Perfect. The witnesses were only able to see the creature's eyes when they shone in the car's headlights. And another direct quote from the article, it was a bird or something. It definitely wasn't a flying saucer.
That's a very specific thing to say. Like, what was it? Well, it definitely wasn't aliens. I bet that's something an alien would say.
That's true. So this couple were aliens.
They
lost their pet.
It's back to the aliens. Like, we're not aliens. We're Earthlings. And it's definitely not a spaceship. It's something else.
It's something else. And that's definitely not a cryptid in the trees. That is our pet dog.
It's a bird.
That we lost.
It's a bat.
It's a bat. The couples were driving close to midnight when they came upon the creature, and it apparently chased them flying at, per the article, 100 miles an hour above the ground. This was in the, like you said earlier, the TNT area close to Point Pleasant. And the TNT area is an 8,000 square acre stretch of land that was used for ammunition manufacturing during World War II. Alongside the manufacturing facility, there were disguised bunkers all over this area that stored the explosives. After the war, the ground was partially converted into landfill and partially dedicated as a wildlife management area. In the 80s, it was found that the area was heavily contaminated by the byproducts of explosives manufacturing and added to a federal list of hazardous waste sites.
Oh, hold on. It was a dump site for that stuff and a wildlife management area. Those things don't seem to go together in my head.
Yeah.
That's how you get mutant animals, case in point.
Well, and despite still remaining on the EPA's national priorities list, the area is still used as a hunting and fishing ground today.
Yeah, let's go get us some of those radioactive deer. They even glow in the dark. Regular deer bologna isn't good enough. You need the radioactive kind.
Correct.
Because then it glows.
Then it glows.
You see the rack on that deer? It's a 24-pointer and it glows in the dark.
It's also growing out of the middle of its forehead, but we're not going to pay attention.
It's a unicorn.
It's a unicorn.
What were the not deer unicorns? The Kieran and...
Oh, Kieran and Keelan.
Yeah.
Or Cheelan.
That's what they are.
That's what they are. We found them.
The not deer unicorns.
So I suggest a road trip, Mothman Fest, and checking out this site. And apparently they offer tours of this site where you can check out the bunkers and everything, which strikes multiple boxes for me because World War II stuff and cryptid.
Is there any concern about it being hazardous to your health?
I don't, probably not at this point, or I don't think they would allow the tours because these are like actual bus tours that it's not just they just let you loose. So I presumably not.
I want to be Spider-Man.
I would say if you find anything that looks explosive-y, report it immediately. So back to the Mothman chase. Apparently, the couples drove quickly away, and the creature chased them, quote, until they reached the National Guard Armory on Route 62. Direct quote from the article, "We went downtown, turned around, and went back. And there it was again." Millette said, "It seemed to be waiting on us."
Why did they go back?
That was exactly my question.
This is like a horror movie.
It is.
It's you know what? But we're going to go back, and we're going to solve this. Just leave it.
Don't go. I know. And apparently they must have, I'm assuming they were driving at least 100 miles an hour if that's what they recorded it as chasing them.
The fish was this big.
Correct. So they went back, apparently. One of the witnesses theorized that the creature was afraid of the light and thought it was chasing the car away.
Maybe.
Maybe. Sure. Mm-hmm. Sure. The couple also had other theories about the creature, that it could have been living in one of the old power plant buildings. I'm unsure if they mean this is like a power plant building in the TNT area, because other pigeons apparently lived in all the other buildings around the area, but there were no birds in that specific building.
It's a giant pigeon.
It is a giant pigeon.
Pigeon man.
That's why it's living there. It's radioactive. And it went mutant because of the bunkers.
Do you have the Imagine Dragons song stuck in your head now?
Radio. Yes.
This is not the first time that's happened on this. Was it this one or was it? Yeah, no, it was Black Eyed Kids, because we were talking about reggae.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot, because they weird stuff happened to people that let them in your house.
Yeah.
If a black-eyed kid knocks on your door, don't let it in your house. While the police did go out at 2 a.m. to check over the area the couples reported the sighting, they found nothing. So they did at least follow up on it.
That was good.
That's good. And there were some potential other sightings. It's actually possible that the Millette and Scarberry sighting was not the first sighting of this mysterious cryptid. There is the story of the gravediggers.
Ooh.
So this is in 1966. A group of gravediggers working in Clendenin, West Virginia, witnessed a giant winged creature flying overhead, and they claimed it was the size of a man with abnormally large wings. Like, okay, allow that. There's also Bandit's story, and trigger warning, this is where a dog gets taken. I'm not going to get graphic about it. In Salem, West Virginia, a German Shepherd named Bandit, owned by Newell Partridge, ran away into the woods. He appeared to be chasing 2 large red dots in the trees. Newell did search for Bandit, but he never found him. And the only evidence of Bandit's run into the woods was a trail of paw prints that eventually vanished. The story only came to light after the sighting near Point Pleasant.
Okay, this is sad, but like if Mothman took my dog, I would go after Mothman.
Correct.
I'd be like, listen here, you bitch.
Absolutely.
You do not take my animals.
No.
like, listen, you do not.
No. All I can think, like, you know how much of a baby Dalian is. Mm-hmm. He would just, like, lay down and cry. Like, literally would lay on the floor and cry.
Mothman would return Roxy.
Yeah. Mothman would return Roxy, and then Roxy would go back and save Dalian.
She'd be like, okay, fine, but, like, you need to give me treats, and you need to let me out. And also, you need to make sure that, like, you are worshiping me, because I am, in fact, a goddess.
She is. It's true. It's true. And I'm going to talk here about the infamous Silver Bridge collapse. This is probably, I would assume this is probably the most well-known potential sighting of Mothman. I do want to add a bit of history here about the bridge collapse itself, because while this is a cryptid episode, I do want to give a moment to the victims of this very, very real tragedy. The Silver Bridge was a suspension bridge that crossed the Ohio River to connect the towns of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and
Gallipolis.
I almost said Galapagos. I'm like, that's not right.
Galapagos. Ohio's not real, so probably the Galapagos are there too.
Yeah, that's fair. Is that where JJ is?
Oh my, he said he's in Ohio?
Yeah, because remember his barge sank around the Galapagos.
That's right.
Wait, did that episode come out before this one? Yes, it did.
So JJ's in Ohio.
JJ's in Ohio. We're coming for you, JJ. It was a 2-lane bridge that spanned 1,760 feet total. The bridge opened to traffic on May 30th, 1928, and on December 15th, 1967, witnesses noted a loud crack like a gunshot and then watched as the bridge completely collapsed into the river below. The collapse took less than 20 seconds. 32 vehicles were lost in the collapse, and 46 people passed away in the tragedy. Of the victims, 2 of them were never found, which is awful. An investigation began into the collapse, and finally on April 6, 1971, the cause of the collapse was announced, and this is a direct quote: "A cleavage fracture in the lower limb of the eye of the eye bar 330 at joint C13N of the north eye bar suspension chain in the Ohio side span. The fracture was caused by the development of a critical-sized flaw over the 40-year life of the structure as a result of the joint action of the stress corrosion and corrosion fatigue." So basically, she was old. Moving back to Mothman, as I said, the Silver Bridge collapse was one of the most infamous sightings, with people claiming to have seen him flying over the bridge before it collapsed. Some believed that Mothman caused the bridge to collapse despite evidence to the contrary. However, other people started to believe that Mothman was a harbinger of the disaster rather than causing it himself or themselves. Maybe Mothman is, I don't know. Other reports of Mothman being a harbinger of tragedy and destruction have come from other areas of the world. To start us off, we'll start with the Russian apartment bombing. I'm going to give a very brief Wikipedia overview to prevent myself from digging too deep into Russian politics.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Yes, we love Wikipedia. In 1999, there was a series of bombings in the Russian cities of Bayansk, Moscow, and Volgodonsk. Bayansk occurred September 4th, Moscow occurred September 9th and the 13th, and Volgodonsk occurred on September 16th. The bombings hit 4 different apartment blocks and resulted in around 1,300 casualties, 300 of whom died. They were subsequently blamed on Chechen militants, but the Chechen militants were quickly denied that accusation, as well as the Chechen president. Prime Minister of the time, Vladimir Putin, was praised for how he handled the bombings, and this situation actually helped him to become the president within the following months. Supposedly, a Mothman-like figure was seen in the 1990s in Moscow. I'm unsure exactly when those sightings occurred, but these sightings boosted the theory that Mothman was a harbinger of tragedy. I also saw allusions to sightings of Mothman in Chernobyl in 1986, but it was a very brief mention, so I didn't go too far into it.
I have heard of that one before.
Did you hear about? Okay. Mm-hmm. I had never heard of that. I hadn't heard of the Russian side of it either, though.
I had, but I also spend a lot of time on the creepy side of the internet, so that doesn't surprise me that I've heard of it.
Sure. Makes sense. I respect it. More recent sightings in 2017, 55 people in Chicago reported seeing a Mothman-like figure.
Did something happen there in 2017?
I don't remember hearing anything. So I came across a couple different theories on who this figure could be. Let's discuss. Oh. Theory number 1, he's good old cryptid.
Okay.
He's good old boy.
He's a good boy.
He does live in West Virginia, so he's a good old boy.
Speaking of good boys, did you see there's going to be a movie from a dog's perspective called Good Boy?
I did.
For horror movies, but apparently the dog does not die is what I've been told.
I did, and I was kind of curious about that, but I don't know if it's going to make me sad seeing the dog get sad.
Maybe the dog is living its best life and gets to murder things. You don't know that.
That's true.
Maybe the dog's letting all of its anger out. It's look at all these mutant squirrels. It's I'm gonna be a good boy and I'm gonna freaking annihilate things.
Annihilate them. Yes.
So Roxy wants to do.
Plot twist: she's the star of the movie.
It is actually about her, but we called Good Girl then.
Let's see.
Good old cryptid.
Good old cryptid. Theory number 2: he's an alien. He's not a flying saucer.
He's what comes off with a flying saucer.
All right. So theory number 3, he's a mutation caused by radiation from illicit government experience. I mean, that too. Experiments. And he was claimed to be sighted on a former ammunition manufacturing plant. So I'm that actually maybe holds a little bit of water.
I mean, there's not just the not deer unicorns there.
the Kieran Chile.
There's also the Mothman.
Poor Mothman. Theory number 4, he's a giant bird. This theory seems to hold the most water. After the first Point Pleasant sighting, or supposedly the first sighting, 2 volunteer firefighters claimed to see a huge bird with red eyes. Sheriff George Johnson of Mason County, where Point Pleasant is located, thought it could be a large heron. West Virginia University biologist Robert L. Smith believes the description of the creature matches a bird called the sandhill crane.
Oh, yes, I've heard this theory before. Too bad birds aren't real.
Yeah, that's true. Too bad they're government It's a government experiment.
Birds definitely aren't real. So obviously, the Mothman is a bird.
Oh, true. I don't know. I kind of believe in Mothman, though. I kind of love him.
What's more true? Mothman or birds? One of these two is not real.
I grew very fond of Mothman through this research. I'm not gonna lie. He hasn't replaced Bigfoot in my heart, but he's joined him there.
Okay, so how is he compared to JJ?
Oh, I mean, JJ, I know for a fact is real, and I feel bad for him because he's at the bottom of the ocean. So,
do you know how we now have this hierarchy of friends where it's we have JJ, right? We have Mothman, we have Bigfoot, we have the daddy.
Daddy. Oh, Daddy is the highest in my heart.
And then
sorry, JJ.
And then we're also being haunted by the ghost of Washington Irving.
Yeah, he's joined. I'm sure he's joined us for tea a few
He's
times.
like, one of these days they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do an episode about me. We will, homie. Don't worry. We're gonna visit you too, because I want to go back to Sleepy Hollow so bad. Guys, go to Sleepy Hollow. It's amazing. Let's see. So the sandhill crane. These cranes are very tall, have a large wingspan, and are colored red around their eyes. His theory is that the bird could have gone off its typical migration path, so it wouldn't be immediately recognizable to the townsfolk in Point Pleasant. Trigger warning to hunting here. There was also a snowy owl that was shot in 1966 with a 5-foot wingspan, making the bird incredibly large.
Have you looked at pictures of sandhill cranes?
A little bit.
So at first I was like, that's bullshit. But if this is actually a picture of one at night, I could see them thinking it's Mothman.
Oh.
Is that actually
Oh.
a sandhill crane? Like, I could actually kind of see it if that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah, especially on that picture.
Yeah.
That's weird looking.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. Mothman is real. Ohio's not real. Birds aren't real. The Fae are real, and so is Mothman. Ergo, Mothman is a Fae.
I don't know how you got there, but that's okay. We can go with it. Okay.
My brain makes very weird connections. They're not always correct. Snowy
Sorry,
owl.
Ohio.
Sorry, Ohio.
We do like you.
Yes. Ohio, Ohio is for lovers. Just not for us.
Any listeners in Ohio, we do like you.
We do. The snowy owl is also thought to be the supposed Mothman sighted outside of Point Pleasant. I guess makes sense if it flew at the car. And 5 feet is a big wingspan. And if you were seeing that in the dark, I could potentially see someone panicking. This particular bird is mounted and on display at the Mothman Museum in Point Pleasant today, which I thought was kind of interesting.
I'm looking up a snowy owl at night.
I love snowy owls.
Isn't that what Hedwig is?
Mm-hmm. They have fluffy feet.
Fluffy.
And they're big anyway. They're big birds.
I'm not an expert, but I don't see it.
I see the sandhill crane more than the owl.
It's creepy. Like, owls have very owl-looking heads.
Yeah. They don't have the elongated body like a crane does.
Or a Mothman.
Or a Mothman. My man, the Mothman. A fun fact, I got a sticker at the con a couple weeks ago that's Mothman. It's on the Instagram, and he has a little flower crown on.
Oh my god, I love that.
I love it. It's so cute.
You should dress up one year as Mothman with a flower crown, because I have a flower crown. It's behind you.
I could do that, and that would not be hard.
No.
That would not be hard at all. Shout out to the person at Alba Twitch Fest one year that dressed as Mothman. You rock.
We need to post those pictures again.
Yes. Actually, when you asked me if I still had the picture with Mothman at Alba Twitch, I got a little nervous that you somehow guessed what my script was going to be.
Because we were talking of Appalachian folklore.
Oh, yep.
Because I knew that episode was coming out. And I was thinking about the glutes for days.
Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You were like, how does she know?
I was like, dang it, I tried so hard.
It wasn't related at all. I was thinking about the Appalachian
That's funny. Okay.
folklore episode.
That's awesome. Also, my coworker listened to that episode, and she was dying laughing when I screeched. When I did the like...
Snowy owl.
Snowy owl. It may be worth noting that one of my sources stated both sandhill cranes and owls have red eye shine at night.
Do they?
So that would make sense with the big eyes. At least I don't feel like sandhill cranes have as big of eyes as owls do. But if they saw the eye shine of an owl, it could have looked like, oh, something's jumping out at me that has red eyes. And I wish we could post that picture of the crane that we found online, but it looks like the eye shine in that looks really creepy.
We need to go to Point Pleasant and get a picture of one of those birds.
We do. Let's do it. Mass hysteria also could have contributed to the idea that there was a large avian-human hybrid cryptid lurking around Point Pleasant. The story of the Mothman sighting spread very, very quickly through the tiny West Virginia town, and this could have created fear and paranoia, making people believe they were having sightings of a monster when there were perfectly logical explanations as to what they were actually seeing. This was also a time of pretty serious unrest in America. We were in the midst of the Cold War, for one. UFO sightings and government conspiracies were extremely high at this time. And as well, in particular in West Virginia, the tragedy of the Silver Bridge, like we talked about, could have sent people just into an absolute tailspin, thinking they're seeing things that they're not. So, makes a lot of sense to me. And I did go ahead and throw some Reddit stories in here just for giggles. One Redditor posted, I guess kind of the question was just recent Mothman sightings questions. I'm curious if there are some recent sightings of the Mothman in West Virginia or anywhere else. It's a very intriguing cryptid, but seems to have subsided quite a bit in the last few decades. I find the Mothman one of the most interesting creature legends. I know there was a movie with Richard Gere, but somehow I think there's more to the story. I'd also like to share a video I made on the subject. So someone responded to this. I was in Flagstaff, Arizona in July of 2020. Bless you. I added that. That's not in the story. Looking to spend the night in my fifth wheel trailer near Lake Mary, which is about 5 miles outside of Flagstaff. I had just driven up from Phoenix. It was about 10 p.m. and I was tired and wanted to sleep and get up the next day. Sorry, this is a little bit run on, so I'm having a hard time reading it. I get up the next day and find the spot in the national forest where I could stay for the next couple months. I pulled into a side road near Lake Mary and was going to sleep in my fifth wheel still connected to my truck. It was pitch black outside, or pitch dark out, with no lights anywhere and tall pine trees all around me. I get out of my truck and head towards the door of my fifth wheel when I see these 2 glowing red lights up 20 to 30 feet in the pine trees. I had no idea what I was looking at, so I just kept staring at it. I thought maybe they were those red airplane warning lights, but I concluded that they definitely weren't and were a lot closer than I originally thought. They seemed like eyes and were slightly swaying back and forth. I got the intense feeling like I was being watched and got so spooked that I decided to get the hell out of there and ended up parking and sleeping in a Walmart parking lot. I had never heard of the Mothman at that time. Years later, I heard about it and the red glowing eyes matched what I saw that night. I also read of other sightings of the Mothman in the Flagstaff area. I'm pretty sure that it was the Mothman. There are literally hundreds of Mothman sightings and stories.
Do we want to talk about each of these as you go, or do you want to talk about them at the end?
We can do each as we go, if you want.
Okay, so he was in Flagstaff, Arizona?
Yes.
Okay. Flagstaff, Arizona. That is not a place I would think of a Mothman to be, but maybe it is a Mothman. He was saying there's other sightings there?
That's what the Redditor story said.
But he only just saw the eyes. So I don't want to invalidate anyone's experiences, but I feel like there's probably quite a few different critters at night that could have that, and you're out by yourself. I assume this is a male.
I don't think they said their gender.
For some reason, I shouldn't make assumptions. It just seems like a male to me. It's something a guy would do.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I read it from the male perspective too, actually.
Okay. I don't know. It sounds like someone just got really freaked out.
Mm-hmm. That with the eye shine, I don't know what different bird species and whatnot are out in Arizona, but I feel like it's very possible that could have been a predator bird. And he just happened to see the eye shine. And if the tree was swaying at all, that would make sense with the lights or the red dots swaying back and forth. If there was any kind of breeze, or even if the branch was just kind of moving up and down with the animal's weight. Don't know.
Sounds scary though. I can understand.
It does.
I would be freaked out too.
Yeah, definitely. Another story. I saw one in 2006 or 2007, just before dark. Me and a few other friends all saw it. We were on skateboards and it swept by us and crashed into a tree above us, knocking down fairly large branches. Later, we were driving around and saw it again at night. It flew above us as we were just talking about what we all saw. It had bat-like, this is bay, but I think it meant bat-like wings, but looked fairly human. This was in rural East Michigan. East Michigan. Okay, for some reason, this one feels more credible because there were witnesses and because, that detail of it crashed into a tree. Yeah, just slammed right into it.
Me as a Mothman-like creature. Oh, crap, I can't stop in time.
Oh, no, ah! Yes.
I want the skateboards.
Michigan, I also feel, is more, wooded. Not that Arizona isn't wooded, but I don't know. It just seems more habitable for a Mothman. I don't know why.
I feel like you probably just want to tell these stories for fun, and I'm like, let's break them apart.
Let's smash them.
Let's just dive into them, and I don't know.
I'm okay with that. I'm all right with it.
I'm going from being hyper to being silly because I'm crashing now.
Oh, you're good.
Like that Mothman.
Another story. I saw this the other night near Lake Pleasant, Arizona. Another one, Arizona. While driving across the desert. Scared the S out of me. Bigger than an owl, about the size of a human. Flew towards me, then away as I was driving at night. Did not know what it was until I saw this article tonight. Happened on March 16th. Has anyone else in Arizona seen it?
So is Arizona like their vacation state? Like,
maybe.
They're like, you know what? Like people from like Pennsylvania and others, Maryland, go to like North Carolina for vacation.
Yeah.
And South Carolina.
Maybe he goes to Arizona. Especially because West Virginia gets cold and snowy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I support that.
Like I feel like Maryland, the Virginias,
and it makes this
PA,
one
go to South Carolina.
Oh, absolutely. Or Florida.
Florida.
Also, Lake Pleasant. It's pretty close to Point Pleasant.
That's true. Maybe the moth people named it.
True. This is the last one, and this is a little wild, so
I'm excited.
Last year in Park Ridge, Illinois, a town located close to O'Hare Airport, my boyfriend and I accidentally summoned a spirit in the woods late at night during a blood red moon. That's the start of that story. Also, I'm not laughing at this person. I'm not. It's just like, wow, that's a hook. You hooked me. Good job. He said he sensed something, so he was screaming, "I see you, fuck you, come get me, fuck you," taunting it. Don't recommend that. That's me saying that, not the story.
Come at me, bro. That's what he's doing.
Come at me, bro.
Is her boyfriend Zach Bagans?
Zach Bagans is gonna listen to this and be like, fuck you guys. Oh, okay. He said he never heard anything until it started growling at the back of both of our bike wheels. We were both shocked. I started biking way ahead of my boyfriend and it started chasing me. So she just left him in the dust.
I was gonna say she just left him. She's like, no. You know what?
Deuces, or he or she, this person.
Yeah, that's true. They
said bye.
Would you leave Chris if you're being chased by Mothman?
When I'm really scared, my response is to scream at the top of my lungs and then run. So probably yes. I don't think I would necessarily mean to do it, but probably.
Getting the heck out of there.
Yes, that's just my instant, like, just run, just go. So
you'd grab Dal, but leave Chris behind.
That's because Dal's a baby. He would be in my arm. He would be in Chris's arms at that point, honestly, because he's a scaredy cat of everything.
So then you'd have to get Chris to get Dal.
That's true.
You're safe for now.
I would go back for him. I think it's just like that blind moment of panic where your like fight or flight kicks in. Oh boy, does my flight kick in. And scream. So I'd be running away screaming, quite literally. It would be an actual horror movie. This time, the noise it made sounded like something out of the Jurassic Park movie. That's the only way I can explain it. A little bit before I got to the road, it left me alone. We talk about it until this day today. I feel very traumatized that I was the only one who heard the loud roaring. I feel alone knowing that this might be something that sticks with me forever, that other people won't understand fully.
I'm sorry we laughed at you. That does sound very traumatic.
It does. It sounds scary. Whatever happened, it sounds scary. And I promise we're not laughing at the writer about the experience.
No.
Like, it's just how it's written is like, whoa.
No, I mean, I would also be like, yeah.
In the dark at night, if anything, I don't care if it's a sparrow. If I hear something chasing me, I'm gonna run. So full respect.
Yeah.
But
we apologize like they're ever gonna hear this.
Yeah, true. So random Redditor. But yeah, that I loved that one with like the very beginning of it. It was like, oh, we accidentally summoned a demon or summoned a spirit. I'm like, whoa.
Are they implying they summoned the Mothman?
I kind of am thinking that's what they're getting at.
They didn't tell us what this ritual was though. Like, what did they do?
Yeah, I don't know. Was it a Ouija board? Were we were you attempting to actually summon a demon? I really hope not. I'm curious.
Have you ever seen the like how to summon Castiel? What would the version of that be for Mothman? What would you use to summon him?
Let me think. What's something that's like very common in West Virginia? like a food or something.
My brain went to coal.
Actually, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, a lump of coal from West Virginia. Let's think, friends.
Moonshine.
Moonshine. Real moonshine.
Have you ever had real moonshine?
Oh, yes, I have.
Have you ever had like apple pie moonshine? That's my favorite flavor of real moonshine. We are not encouraging you to make your own bathroom moonshine.
No.
We're not encouraging you to drink alcohol from someplace you don't know, but like real moonshine is really good.
Oh, yeah. They're Old Smoky ain't got nothing. No, real apple pie shine is dangerous. It's delicious.
And like you don't necessarily taste the alcohol in it.
You
And
don't.
I'm such a lightweight. I have like a twisted tea and a quarter of another twisted tea, and I am. Have you ever been around me when I've had alcohol? It's been years,
Yeah, it's been a long time.
but I was a lightweight then too.
Yeah.
I'm even worse now because I don't drink.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff hits you. It tastes like apple cider or like apple juice.
It does, yeah. It tastes like an apple pie.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, depending on who makes it and how they make it, it can feel warm going down.
Yes.
But it doesn't bite.
No, and then
It's-
you're like, whew.
Yeah. Like, you stand up and you're like, oh, okay, we need to stop now. How did we start talking about moonshine? Oh, we're trying to talk about some of the Mothman. Okay.
Moonshine,
coal.
Are we being offensive to people in West Virginia?
I mean, I don't think, like, coal is part of West Virginia history. Like, that's how I look at it. I wish there was like a West Virginia like staple food I could think of.
Do you
that,
know
like,
how you would summon Pennsylvania cryptids?
how's that?
Slippery pot pie and red beet eggs and shoe fly pie.
Oh, you know it.
Well, there's a lot of hunters in West Virginia. Do you think Mothman eats venison?
Oh, true. Yeah.
We could give him little snack sticks, or we could give him like
Yeah.
deer bologna. Deer bologna.
Deer bologna would be good.
Deer
Yeah.
bologna.
Maybe like a black feather, little black crow feather in there.
Oh, okay.
How many things do we need? 5?
I don't. Well, I guess if we're doing like a pentagram for each star.
Yeah.
So hold on. We have coal, moonshine. We had to figure out what kind of moonshine he likes.
Yes.
What do we?
A black feather and
Oh, deer
Deer
bologna
bologna.
or some kind of snack stick.
yes. Oh, and a dumbbell because he ripped
Yeah,
because he built.
Well, like what kind of? Well, he'd probably just be doing like crunches to get his glutes.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of squats.
He does aerial.
He does an aerial silk.
Yes, I'm gonna go to aerial for the first time in weeks on Saturday,
Yay.
and my shoulders finally
Yeah, finally starting to get back to
Yeah.
after Stella tried to
kill me.
murder you.
Yeah, don't get horses.
We say as horse people don't get horses.
Okay.
So that's what I have. I know it was kind of short, but
Are there any folk instruments that we could? You know what? Is there any like folk songs we could serenade him with while we're summoning him?
ooh, like on a dulcimer,
Or I could just sing.
or you could. That's true. I mean, Take Me Home. This isn't a folk song, but Take Me Home, Country Roads.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the one. He'd be like, yes, worship me.
This was fun though. I enjoyed this.
Good. Yeah, I had fun. I had a lot of fun researching this one. Like I said, Mothman has taken a special place in my heart right next to Bigfoot and JJ.
And because you didn't go into the UFO Men in Black stuff, I might do that in the future.
Okay.
I'm gonna break my rule about UFOs.
Oh, fair enough.
I'll do that once a year. I did it with Black Eyed Kids this year.
There you go.
Maybe next year I'll do like the Men in Black, the aftermath of the Mothman.
Yes. There were references to Men in Black and UFOs and whatnot in a lot of the research that I did, but I was trying to stay too far from straying.
Okay.
So
You wanted to just be pure Mothman.
pure Mothman. Pure gluteal goodness.
Speaking of UFOs, have I ever told you about the running joke in my family about my pop-up calling them FUOs?
No. Like on purpose or
It was an accident, I think.
oh
There used to be a bunch of UFO sightings outside of Reading, Pennsylvania, which is where my family's from. Hello, Roxy. And so there used to be a bunch of UFO sightings outside of Reading, and my mom actually was very into paranormal stuff when she was younger.
Yeah.
And I guess her and a bunch of friends went out to look for the lights or whatever, and she was excitedly telling my pop, her dad about, and he was like, oh, did you see one of those FUOs?
It makes sense because flying unidentified objects.
Well, but it's like FU.
FU, yeah.
One of those FUOs. I don't think she did, but like she used to go up to Mount Penn. I told you looking for like the headless horseman that was up in Mount Penn supposedly.
Yeah.
I should do like the Mount Penn hauntings and the Reading hauntings.
That would be cool.
Because we've done a lot of York, Gettysburg area.
Yeah.
But I should do something from my home area.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, this comes out after Hex Hollow. Because we've done local as far as Gettysburg, Alba Twitch.
Lancaster area.
Yeah, and Hex Hollow, which is in York.
Yes.
What do you think he is?
I'm a cryptid purist. I think he's a cryptid.
We joked about the Fae earlier.
We did joke about the Fae.
I don't know. I agree with you. I think it's a cryptid, though. Like with all of the alien connections. I wonder if once I do that episode, I'm committing to it now.
Yeah.
There's 12 home months next year.
That's yeah.
We only have one of them planned so far.
Right. So I might have my mind changed.
Yeah, I'm gonna change your mind.
I also I do kind of like the government experiment, or not even like necessarily government accidental like mutation, just because of where he was sighted and located.
But you don't think he's a bird?
I don't think he's a bird. No.
I don't either.
No.
I remember Allie being like, no.
He's not a bird. Definitely not.
No, I think he's a cool cryptid. I like him.
Yes.
We need to figure out his workout plan.
We do. With his flower crown.
With his flower crown. While he does aerial.
While he does aerial.
He
does it all.
He does it all. He's a multi-purpose cryptid.
He is. Shall we go into questions?
Yes, I forgot about those already.
That's okay.
What drew you to this topic?
I just think Mothman is fun.
Agreed.
And I wanted to learn more about him.
Was there anything you wish you could have researched further into?
I kind of want to dig further into the Russian apartment bombings, but I'm not sure if I'd actually cover that just because Russian politics, and I'm sure that's a very confusing just rabbit hole of information.
True enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
What did you find the most strange about this topic?
How young Mothman is. He's a little wee babe. Like compared to, compared to some of the other cryptids, he in the 60s. That's really not that long ago.
And there were no because I know the Jersey Devil and stuff. There might have been like Native American sightings of a creature similar to that. That one. The Jersey Devil scared the ever loving crap out of me as a child for some reason.
Yeah.
Don't know why, because we are in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But I remember we used to go camping. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm taking over.
No, go for it.
We used to go camping multiple times each summer, right? And of course, I was watching the History Channel and the Travel Channel when they were talking about cryptids and spooky stuff. And I remember watching this program about the Jersey Devil and not sleeping. This is probably another sign I had OCD. I remember watching it, and that's all I could think about that whole night was like, what if we were going camping in Delaware. Oh. Not in New Jersey. We were going to like Rehoboth or Indian River or something. Yeah. But I remember not being able to sleep because I was so afraid of the Jersey Devil coming to my house.
That's like sad. Oh no.
And, like I just remember not being able to sleep. And I'm like, what if it comes to the camper while we're camping? And I'm in Delaware, not New Jersey. Which, to be fair, right? Like
they're border states, right?
Yeah, and like the ferry from Lewis to Cape May is right there.
Okay.
But like
maybe he'll jump on the ferry.
I was horrified.
I did not know this. I did not know this until right now.
I haven't thought about this for years. Like you just unleashed a memory.
I did. It's your turn. It's your turn to drop some lore.
I
breadcrumb lore about myself. It's your turn.
It's like the History Channel scarred me as a child because first, this might have been first actually. I was afraid of the Jersey Devil, and then they were showing before. It was the Ancient Aliens channel. It was aliens. I mean, before it was that, it was the frickin' Rapture channel. Do you remember that?
I don't.
Like, it was all about like Nostradamus and the world's ending and the rapture's coming, and I was horrified of the rapture. Oh my God. I grew up United Church of Christ. The rapture isn't a thing.
Oh.
I grew up UCC.
So that's not a thing in that church.
I mean, like, yes, like the end of the world is. Right. But like, the whole idea of like, the trumpets are like you're just going to go bloop up and everyone else is going to be left behind.
Oh my gosh.
That's, I mean,
that's
like,
not
like the end, like the apocalypse is a thing and Protestant churches like UCC, but like there's not this big emphasis on the rapture.
Wow.
But I think what happened was I had a friend who was German Baptist, who was anti-Baptist, and they're very, very big on that.
Okay.
And they were like, I went to like a youth thing with them, and they were all about, it's going to happen anytime. It could happen right now. And, you could be in the bathroom and it could just, so I think that just, my little OCD brain popped onto that.
Oh my God.
But
that's
like,
awful.
We weren't that far from like 222, which is a big-ish road, and you could hear the trucks on the rumble strips, and it sounded like trumpets, and I'd be like, this is it.
Oh no.
Like I was hard. So like the second coming of Christ is a thing in UCC.
Yeah.
But it's not like the rapture isn't.
Yeah, you're not just going to get yanked up one day and like watch your loved ones stay on earth without you.
And it's like, first I was afraid of the Jersey Devil, and then I was afraid of the rapture.
Honestly, I would be too.
And like,
dang, I feel like I'm terrified of the rapture now. That's
the History Channel scarring everyone.
That's wild. I did not know that used to be like a whole...
How did we get here from Mothman? Jersey Devil.
Jersey Devil, yep.
I jumped cryptids.
That's not something that I learned much about, even when I still did go to church.
We didn't in my church either. I was just weird.
Yeah, wow, we went places. That was great. That was awesome.
The Mothman is a harbinger of all kinds of doom.
It is.
Okay, let's close this puppy up. We'd love to hear from you. If you have a suggestion for a strange or mysterious topic, a comment about an episode, or just want to chat, please reach out.
You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and YouTube. Comment directly on episodes on Spotify and YouTube, or leave a review of the podcast as a whole on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Find us on Instagram at something_strangepod, on Facebook at Something Strange Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at something_strangepod, and check out our strange content over at TikTok at somethingstrangepod01.
You can also send us a Gmail at somethingstrangepod24@gmail.com, and the 24 is numeric. Well, strangers, it's time for us to part ways.
Until we meet again, go visit the Mothman Festival.
We'll be back again soon with another
Something Strange.
Every episode is a paranormal road trip where the GPS stopped working 5 minutes in.
If it bumps in the night or lurks in your basement, we probably already talked about it.
We're best friends, lifelong weirdos, and your guides through the haunted, the spooky, and the just plain cursed.
From cryptids to cursed objects, haunted history to haunted hairbrushes.
And probably a haunted dollar, too, along the way.
This is Not My Ghost, Not My Problem. Subscribe now.
Regret it later.
Blame the ghost.